what is going on in the land of wrestling fandom? Just another wrestling podcast. Not that there's 30 million of them already out there. J Money alongside not only the Lady Wolf Killer, but the playboy of Lady Wolves, Gerard the Wolf. How do you do it? What's your secret?
Can you come with some more material than that, man?
I mean,
the Lady Wolf Killer thing, you said that before. I think people are starting to see that you're just one note in it right there.
Well, you are the one that accepted it.
Did I really? Did I?
You did accept it because people are starting to call you it now.
Well, that's just one person.
Uh-huh. But don't worry, it'll start to catch on.
I hope not.
So,
but I also call you the master of two-ply because of T.P. Sharman.
Two-ply? I didn't...
T.P. Sharman. You don't tell me you forgot about him.
But I don't really get where you got that T-ply thing. Or did I say that right?
No, you've been drinking again. It's okay.
All right, yeah.
It's okay. Sorry, folks. He falls off the wagon sometimes.
And as you can see right here in the studio, I got my giant bottle of vodka there.
That I'm gonna have to confiscate really soon.
All right, tons to get to here. Let's kick it off with some headlines here. Now, as many of you know, at the next month is October Evolution, the first female pay-per-view coming up. Now, there will be one match that we'll be talking about, Lita versus Mickie James. And in an interview with Planeta Wrestling, Lita discussed that she would like to leave the door open for another WWE run after Evolution. Now, it has been 6 years since her last match, which was at Survivor Series. So, would you like to see Lita in another run in the WWE?
Well, depending on if Lita can still, quote-unquote, go. Because look at how Mickie has been doing in her run, but we know Mickey's purpose. What would function is right now to put over younger talent?
Yeah,
what
pretty
would
much.
be Lita's function to put over younger talent too?
Maybe, but this was kind of a toss up for me because we did see a little bit of what she could do at the first Women's Royal Rumble. Because remember, they brought women from the past, like Lita, Trish Stratus, Molly Holly, Tori Wilson, Kelly Kelly, Michelle McCool,
yes,
Jacqueline.
Yeah, Jacqueline was there.
So, but again, I'm a little concerned about maybe giving Lita another WWE run. But it would be cool to actually see her back in that ring again.
Yeah,
because
stuff.
Because remember, she was at WrestleMania 32 when she introduced the brand new WWE Women's Championship.
Yes.
And on the Jim Ross report, Jim Ross basically told Dean Ambrose's new wife, Renee Young, that her talents might be better used away from the WWE. So,
because they really haven't been giving her they took away her shows, Talking Smack, and then the other one, Unfiltered. Two shows that she's on that were both canned.
Yeah, well, again, both of those were very successful.
But Vince, they were raw and uncontrolled by Vince. He can't handle things not being in control. He can't be in control
which I think makes better content for WWE fans.
When you don't have to control them, because the problem is with Raw and SmackDown now, everything's too freaking scripted.
Yeah, it
is. It ruins everything because look at the wrestlers. I understand they're not trained actors.
Yeah,
they can't remember a whole dialogue, a script, all that dialogue with the short amount of time they have.
Yeah.
That's why we hear occasionally them stumble or something. They might have missed a word up or said something.
Now, if you know, she may be a part of the commentary team at Evolution.
I can see that.
I
She's
would like
doing
to see
it for the Mae Young Classic alongside
Beth Phoenix, I think.
Yeah.
Well, plus too, now there has been something that has come up that Evolution may be the counteract to Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, which is 5 days later. Because, as you know, the whole deal with when women are not allowed to compete in Saudi Arabia,
which I think is BS.
Yeah,
because there's no real thing that says they can't do anything. We both talked about that before.
Yeah,
that's still suspect to me.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to question any of my religious beliefs or nothing. We're not doing that here. But I'm just saying, women deserve to do more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm seeing watching the Mae Young Classic. I'm seeing a lot of heavy hitting from the girls now.
Oh, yeah.
Almost the level of what guys with guys are doing. That is amazing. That is great. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a female, a women's street fight one of these times.
Well, I mean, we have gotten the first women's Royal Rumble. We've had the first women's Elimination Chamber match.
We're going to get a TLC match maybe.
We had the first women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
And
we had the first women's Hell in a Cell match. First women's Steel Cage match. So
they're running out. They're running out of first.
We had an Iron Woman match, a False Count Anywhere match.
Yes.
Happened. So I think you have to look at this as like, okay, maybe this is something that we can counter, even though we can't compete in Saudi Arabia. We want to do the first all-female pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I'm actually looking forward to this pay-per-view
and
because it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to counteract with the rules that are going on over in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
The last headline. Now, this one has been a big topic of conversation between Cody Rhodes and WWE. Now, as many of you know, on the independent scenes, Cody Rhodes cannot use his last name because apparently it's been trademarked, in quote, by WWE.
Which is ridiculous because it was his father's last name and he used it while he was in the NWA, quote, a.k.a. WCW.
Well, Cody Rhodes took to Twitter to answer a fan's tweet about it, and he did say that he can use his last name whenever he wants, but he will not be using it in the foreseeable future.
Maybe it feels like he can get over better without the Rhodes last name.
Yeah, maybe without the Rhodes last name.
But he has.
Yeah, he has. Well, and also, plus, whenever he and his wife, Brandy, are getting introduced, it's basically Cody and Brandy Rhodes. So that's pretty much how the introduction goes.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they were doing to get around that when WWE trademarked it. That's how they got around it.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's it for headlines. Let us dive right into Monday Night Raw. I wasn't really too thrilled with Monday Night Raw as usual. We kicked off the night with Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre confronting The Shield. Now, Ziggler, Strowman, and McIntyre took turns trying to dig at Dean Ambrose.
I saw it, and it continued all night long. Sowing the seeds to that heel turn.
This could have been a tease for
the Ambrose heel turn. I felt the same thing because I felt like they're sowing the seeds. And aren't those guys in a six-man tag at
Super Showdown?
That could be the place.
Which will be this coming Saturday.
Oh, yes. That could be the place where it takes place, where it happens. That's probably what they're planning on doing.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably might be the plan.
So
we don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
What time is it on Saturday, by the way?
I think it's real early in the morning because remember, it's 12 and a half hours for the time zone. So
real early. So it's going to be what
but
time will we get?
Do not worry. We will be previewing the matches. We will be giving our predictions. And then next week when we do this, we will look over the results.
We'll review it. Okay.
So
because I might have to watch it Sunday then.
Yeah. And then the first matchup of the night was Finn Balor defeating Jinder Mahal. Now, as you know, in the Mixed Match Challenge, Finn Balor is teaming with Bayley.
Makes sense.
Jinder Mahal,
just like how he did with Sasha,
teaming with Elisa Fox, but Sasha Banks is injured. So Bayley ended up stepping in. Ember Moon is now teaming with Braun Strowman after an injury to Alexa Bliss.
Injury to Alexa. Golly, what is going on with all these females? But what is going on with these injuries?
Sasha Banks did appear last Friday on Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out, and I will say she was very impressive. She was very, very good. She kept her cool because when you're on Wild 'N Out, you have to be prepared for all of these disses and all these digs and all these low blows coming at you.
And you want to take digs at Sasha Banks, she'll hurt you.
I can actually see you on that show. Because you've got a lot of talent and you need to start showing it more now.
I know, but I don't know. I guess when I'm in the right element. I guess in that element because it feels more natural, non-scripted. Yeah. It feels a lot more natural. You can just cut loose, how we are right now.
Yeah, for sure.
We keep it real here, so that works perfectly.
Well, I keep it real by giving you more and more introductions. You don't really give me any introductions.
I don't
or do I not need an introduction?
Well,
I just think that's how
like
smooth I am because I don't need an actual introduction.
Well, it makes you look a little bad because I come out looking like a baby face. You look like a heel.
So I'm the heel on this?
You're the heel in this situation, really. That's why I don't need to introduce you. I just play it up like that.
And yet I'm the one who does all the work.
Oh, but I'm here, and I play off of it, and I give you more material. So what are you talking about?
Uh-huh. All right.
I got wrestling knowledge. I can just access this right here. I don't have to look into too many things. I remember what was on the shows.
On the top of your bald-headed dome?
You better hush your mouth when something happens to you.
I got the hair. Remember that. You may have to borrow some.
All right. I'm going to get you back for that. Just wait and see.
Keep talking, kid. The riots... You know what's funny? He's been teasing that for so long and yet still nothing. So I don't even think that's going to happen.
Oh, just wait and see. We'll show up in WrestleMania one of these days.
The Riot Squad defeated Natalya and the Bella Twins. Pretty okay match. Didn't really have...
Oh, and did you notice when Brie did the yes kicks?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Brie ended up knocking out Liv Morgan.
And remember, but apparently also she had elbowed Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
And remember how she botched that tope, tope C, however Ronaldo says.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard. Yeah, it's like Brie's kind of been a little bit
on the edge.
I don't know what's going on there. I understand ring rust, but good Lord.
Yeah.
By now, you should be able to do that a little better.
Well, I just think the whole match with Maurice kind of threw her off her game. So, then after that, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H announced, which was a great thing to see. They announced Connor's Cure announced a partnership with Hyundai's Hope on Wheels because coming up is Pediatric Awareness Month. So a great moment, including I believe a $200,000 donation.
It's already been going on, but Cancer Awareness Month, Pediatric Awareness Month, and stuff's already been going on.
Yeah.
Next month should be Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it lines up perfectly with the evolution. That's what we're saying. That's like. I don't know if we're going to get another awareness month after that because it seems like WWE's got a lot. They got hands in a lot of partnerships.
Oh yeah,
that's PR. That PR, they're trying to get that PR.
Well, back then you didn't really have all of these sponsorships and everything else like that.
Yeah,
now
it's
a global conglomerate.
Back then
it's an actual business.
Oh yeah, and back then Vince could just partner up with Playboy and have his girls appear in those. Remember?
Well, let's see. You had. Well, Sable, I believe, was the first one to do it. Then you had Tori Wilson,
Chyna,
Candice Michelle.
No, Chyna. What was Chyna the first, and then Tori after her?
No. I thought it was Sable.
No, Chyna was at right. Sable, then Chyna, then Tori.
Yeah.
That order, because I swear I think Chyna was right after Sable.
It was Sable, Chyna, Tori Wilson, Candice Michelle, and then who won the first Diva search?
Christy Hemme?
Yeah, Christy Hemme. And then I think she was the last one to actually do it.
They had to cut that tie because WWE had to clean up some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you missed those days. Don't worry.
I know you do too. Don't worry.
Be quiet. We got to keep it PG. People, we keep it PG here. We respect women. I don't know about this one.
That wasn't PG what we were just talking about.
I know
that, right?
I know. I'm not saying. I say we keep it PG. WWE back then was a little suspect with it.
Which again, I think that's where some of the best times were because not only of the innuendos.
Oh yeah,
the violence and all that, but again, as the times go on, you kind of have to go with the times.
And look how much back then they did the Stephanie. So I'm going to say his name. Chris Benoit headbutted her once. Triple H pedigreed her once. I think Jericho, I don't know what Jericho did to her.
Jericho put her in the walls of Jericho.
She's been sticky-faced by Rikishi. She's had her stunnered a bunch of times.
She's been pied in the face. She's been rock bottom.
She had her shirt ripped off by Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I'll put this in proper context. He had put one of those beer trays on her because she was trying to have him sell beer and stuff to get a title shot. Mm-hmm. He took it and put it on her. He sold all it to APA.
Well, which was pretty funny. Clever.
And then because we know what those guys, they'll buy all that beer and hot dogs.
Yeah.
He took the shirt off. He took the thing and ripped it off her and ripped her shirt off.
Yeah.
And at that time, I don't know if Stephanie still has it like that, but she had breast enhancement.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
Look how different things are now. You can't get no type of offense or no type of comeuppance on her now. But back then, she got it left and right from everybody, even her own father. Mm-hmm. And she was a babyface at that time.
Yeah. Moving on. Connor defeated Chad Gable. This was kind of a waste match. I don't even know what they're doing with these
I think they're
guys.
trying to. It's too late to try to get over
maybe
It's too late trying to get the Ascension over
time.
now.
Yeah.
It's too late trying to do that now. Should have done that years ago.
Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeated the Revival to retain the tag team championship. Are you fondling something over there?
Will you stop being nasty on air, man? What's wrong with you?
I didn't mean that. Get your mind out of the gutter.
You get your minds out the gutter. I'm the one here that's pure.
Oh, me pure? Look at you.
Be quiet.
Bobby Lashley defeated Elias via disqualification. Now on Monday, Bobby Lashley will get his hands on Kevin Owens.
And may God have mercy on his soul.
Nia Jax.
If he thought Braun Strowman was worse, Bobby's gonna kill him.
Nia Jax quickly defeated Alicia Fox. The Shield defeated Baron Corbin, and his tag team partners were AOP. Because remember, it was Stephanie's birthday on Monday.
And how old? And should we say it? How old is she now?
21.
You're just gonna make sure you don't get sued, are you?
Well, 21 with I don't know how many years of experience, so we'll just leave it at that.
I think at last check she was like close to 40. Yeah, let me not do that here. I don't want to.
But I will say she does look good for her age.
Well, she works out a lot.
Yeah.
Look how different Stephanie was back in the day.
Yeah.
And now look at her.
Yeah.
She towers over. I remember one time I seen her next to AJ. She towered over AJ.
Yeah.
I think she towers over most of the women.
I actually think she does.
Except Charlotte. I think her and Charlotte are about the same height.
Yeah.
Charlotte's a tall woman.
Also, too, you have to think about now how big are their heels, too. Because, I mean, they do wear a lot of heels whenever they're around in the community.
True that.
All right, let's head over to SmackDown Live. I actually found this pretty funny. We saw the debut of Truth TV.
That was good. Let's keep that. Forget Miz TV. Let's start Truth.
And his first guest was Daniel Bryan. And I actually thought this was pretty good. And
it is giving Truth some TV time,
and then,
but only because of the Mixed Match Challenge. But hey, Truth's getting TV.
And Carmella dyed her hair.
That looks close to what Nikki kind of had at one point. That kind of hair color. I guess he's trying to do something different.
Do you think Carmella looks better as a blonde or as a brunette?
I like blonde.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so then Miz decided that he wanted his TV show back, but then SmackDown general manager Paige says, you got to beat R-Truth for it. So he ended up beating him. He got his show back. Sheamus defeated Big E. I thought that this was a pretty good, hard-hitting match.
Yeah.
And then last week we saw the destruction of Rusev Day, and then
Aiden
English made those accusations against Lana, and the one thing that I think stunned him was that one night in Milwaukee.
I don't know what Milwaukee has to do with anything.
Well, if you think about it, R-Truth said the wrong city one time, and he says, yes, I know where we're at. We're in Milwaukee. Because I think he said we were in Green Bay, and then they were in Milwaukee, so who knows.
And Becky was really messing with Lana about it, too. She kept bringing up Milwaukee.
Well, also, too, she attacked Charlotte during a photo shoot.
Oh, yeah, we saw that, and Charlotte had to be They're really trying to make Becky to be the heel. They're doing it, but I don't know if the fans are buying it. They're still cheering her.
Well, I think kayfabe now is dead.
It is dead. So, trying to do that crap is just ridiculous. You're miscasting her, and she doesn't need to be a heel. Make her like I said, make her like a Steve Austin, because Stone Cold, he stunned baby faces and heels.
Yeah.
He went after heels, but he stunned a baby face when they tried to shake his hand. He gave him a beer, and then boom.
Yeah.
We don't get that anymore. We need a Stone Cold stunner out of nowhere. Oh, that would be. Oh, that's nice.
That would be
stunner out of nowhere.
The new team of Asuka and Naomi defeated.
Oh my God, Asuka!
Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Oh, Mandy Rose, that beautiful.
Ty.
What happened? What were we talking about? I got off on something else.
Like I've always said, I think you're the one drinking.
I'm not drinking. You said Mandy Rose, and my mind automatically went somewhere else for a second. Sorry, folks. That happens. If you've seen this woman and how she glides across the continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah,
I'm getting off on something.
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Be quiet. Don't judge me. You and Eve Torres,
Who
be
said
quiet.
I was judging you? Jeez.
You and Eve Torres, so you be quiet. You have no room to speak.
The perfect 10. Ty Dillinger defeated Shinsuke Nakamura by DQ after Randy Orton
Now,
attacked him.
what is Randy Orton's problem now, Randy? Are they trying to do something with him and Ty? I hope not. That don't look like that'd be something anybody want to see.
Yeah.
Unless it's to do something with Ty. I mean, that's good for Ty.
Yeah. Becky Lynch defeated Lana pretty quickly. Then we had the contract signing for the Super Showdown in Australia. Samoa Joe ended up invading AJ Styles' home.
Oh my goodness, that was eerie and scary, and I thought, oh my goodness, no.
So I thought, once again, Smackdown was better. Very good segments, good wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Now we go to 205 Live, which is now appearing on Wednesday nights.
That's better because it gives people, because it's right before NXT, and that gives people to watch it, and they'll watch wrestling back to back, and it gives them more incentive. It'll help it out.
Leo Rush defeated Noam Dar. Very good match.
I don't like that. I wish it was Noam. I think Noam Dar should have won because I liked his momentum. The thing is, I know they're trying to build up Leo Rush, but Leo Rush talks. Dude, I don't know if is he getting better on the mic. It seems like I don't know.
I think he is because remember he's now the manager of Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, and remember how he was talking before? Like he sounded way too unbelievable when he spoke.
Yeah.
When he cut a promo, but he seems like he's getting better. I hardly ever noticed it now, but yeah, he's doing good. Yeah. I just still wish that no one won.
The Brian Kendrick defeated a local competitor.
And Drew Gulak, I knew he was going to beat the crap out of him.
Yep.
He's just still got them sour grapes.
Hideo Itami and Mustafa Ali ended up going to a double count out.
It looks like Mustafa Ali killed Hideo Itami on that ring apron when he splashed, and it looks like the dude died, like he wasn't even breathing. I'm like, oh my God, I hope he's alive.
Yeah. Because
he's just about dang near killed this man. We got to stop letting these guys do these dangerous things. They're going to kill each other. Yeah. I don't think Vince can have a death on-air death in the ring. I don't think he can afford to have another one.
Then we go to NXT. William Regal, who has been conducting an investigation over who attacked Aleister Black.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Sweet, damn it.
Yeah.
Then the Undisputed Era came out to confront
and
Regal.
ran
their mouth.
What is wrong with the heels? They know better. Every time for years, you know better than to go out and mess with the babyface authority figure and run your mouth.
And then we found out that we are going to get a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship in 2 weeks.
At Super Showdown.
Nope.
No.
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking?
Pete Dunne, the champion, Ricochet, and Adam Cole, baby.
That should be on Super Showdown, though. That's a Super Showdown caliber pay-per-view match right there.
The Undisputed Era will put the tag titles on the line in 3 weeks.
Against the War Raiders.
There you go.
They're going to lose those belts.
You really think so?
Well, the War Raiders are dominant right now, and they can always cheat, but I think they will want to. They just got the belts. They already been tag team champions. Their first run was longer.
Oh yeah.
So they don't need to have another long run, unless you plan on moving them up at some point. So
well, I wouldn't say move them up yet because I still have this theory that Adam Cole is going to win the NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver when it goes to WrestleMania weekend.
Okay.
Because, remember, who else is competing in New York City over WrestleMania weekend? Ring of Honor New Japan, the G1 Supercard at Madison Square Garden. So maybe this could be a way to fire back at him and say, hey, one of your guys is now one of our main champions.
Yeah, but do they really care? They got so many good, talented guys in Ring of Honor in New Japan. I don't think they care too much. Yeah. Besides, when you think about it, WWE's just been stealing their guys anyway. So what does it matter to them? They're building their own guys. It's not like they're putting belts on WWE people or nothing.
Yeah.
They got people of their own that they're building up and putting belts on.
Yeah.
And they're able to work with other promotions and give us matches we would never see anywhere else. WWE wants to work within that bubble, yet they have progress and ICW and stuff to work with, but they don't do it.
Yeah.
So
Lars Sullivan defeated Victor Orchant by a disqualification with an interference from EC3, and EC3 will go one-on-one with Lars.
The ass-kicking machine.
And so we found out EC3 will go one-on-one with Lars Sullivan next week.
Yeah, they're doing a feud with them.
The Mighty defeated the Street Profits
Yeah.
after the Mighty stole
their chains and their cup. The Street Profits were serious in this one. I liked it. There was some intensity.
Is it just me, or do the Street Profits look like a younger Crime Time?
I guess they could be. I guess they got their own little swag, but they seem like they could be.
Yeah.
But they don't steal. Crime Time was a part of that Ruthless Aggression era where they stole stuff. These guys don't do that.
Yeah. Kairi Sane defeated Vanessa Bourne, and then Shayna Baszler came out and she said she wanted her rematch. And Kairi Sane said, you're going to get it at Evolution.
Yeah, setting it up. That's a good match.
And then in the main event, Tommaso Ciampa defeated Otis Josevic in the main event. Very good match.
Yeah.
Then we go to the Mae Young Classic. We had four matches in the first round. Hiro Matsumoto defeated Rachel Evans. Tanara Conti defeated Jessie Alban. Nicole Matthews defeated Isla Dawn. And Io Shirai defeated Ja Brookside. So, again, these are good matches. Yeah, they are some very good matches.
They are really showcasing the women's ability.
They are. Okay, now we previewed the Super Showdown, which will be next Saturday. Let's go through all of the matches, then we'll make our predictions.
So, are we not going to touch up on Ring of Honor? I mean, not a Ring of Honor, really, Lucha Underground and Impact?
We will get to that later. Remember, we're still in the WWE.
Okay.
You need to calm your horses down here. Do you have a hot date with a lady wolf?
Be quiet.
I'm just asking. You seem to be in kind of a rush.
I'm not in a rush. You need a hush.
How am I? Why do I need a hush? You're in a rush, so don't even blush. Are we freestyling here or something?
No, we're not freestyling here. I'm the only one that can freestyle here. You don't know how to rap.
Well, Zayna ended up telling me so.
Oh, come on with that.
What? All right.
Oh, man, dang it.
All right, here we go.
I gotta stop doing things like that in front of you guys.
I did see you dance one time on a Snapchat. So you've got some pretty good moves here.
Yeah, there's things about me you don't know.
See, this is why he is called the Lady Moon Killer, because when he dances, those Lady Moons just fall in love with him.
You can't say the same for you.
Well, duh. So, all right, let's preview Super Showdown. Let's start off with Cedric Alexander defending the Cruiserweight title against Buddy Murphy.
Gonna be a good match.
I will say Cedric Alexander wins.
Yeah.
Asuka and Naomi, bless both their hearts, will take on the Iconics.
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 You said Iconics. What, man? What? Give me the bottle right now, man. I'm telling you, give it to me now.
It's the only way I can talk. So just remember
what's causing you not to be able to talk now? Give it to me.
You want to sniff it?
No, I kind of can tell what's in it now. Give it to me. It's for the best. You're ruining our talk.
No,
you're ruining our podcast with your drinking.
I'm good. So,
see, people, this is what I deal with. If
it's
anybody
acting, you should try it once in a while.
Okay, come across this table and
boom. All right, here we go.
Damn it.
All right, I'm gonna take Asuka and Naomi in this one.
Sure, they might give it to the Iconics. They have to let somebody from that area, from the country, win. I mean, like, they have to do something.
I know, but to me, it's like, I mean, the Iconics haven't really done much. I mean, sure that they are good on the mic and all that, but still, they haven't won any big important matches, and I just don't see this happening. But yet you do have a point about both of them being from Australia.
They would like to get people. That's a way to get them over a little bit. Is let them win in their hometown.
Okay. So if they do win, who takes the pinfall? Do you think Naomi gets pinned?
They could do it to Asuka, but you probably don't want to try that with Asuka. I mean, Naomi can afford to be pinned.
Yeah.
Asuka still got not too much of mystique. They got to try to build some type of goodwill again with her.
I think they have to build her back up again.
They really ruined her goodwill with that crap they pulled.
Yep. The New Day will defend the SmackDown Tag Team titles against The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus. I think this is going to be a good hard-hitting match. Who from the New Day will be in the match?
Could put Big E in there just to have the power because you got two guys that are powerful.
I'll say Big E and Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, because Cesaro is kind of a bit of he's agile and so is Kobe. Kofi, I mean, sorry, I said Kobe. Sorry, I was thinking I said mixed
Are
it up.
are you sure what you just opened wasn't Spike?
That's water.
You give me a hard time about it.
Yes.
Now let me
I got
smell
a
your
right.
bottle.
I don't drink.
Let me smell your bottle.
I don't drink. That's the one thing about it. I have never had a drink in my life.
Like I'm gonna believe that.
Yes, it is the truth.
I'll put you on a lie detector test, and you will lie like that.
Bull.
All right.
Okay, but like I was saying, Kofi is agile just like Cesaro, and Biggie is powerful just like Sheamus. So that's a good matchup. You want to pair up people that matched well together.
In the next matchup, one more time, Daniel Bryan will take on The Miz with a winner of that match.
Getting a WWE title shot.
Absolutely.
And it will be Bryan.
You think Daniel Bryan?
Yep.
Even though I do think Miz deserves it, but I think because I think you have to give it to Daniel Bryan, because I think this may continue the feud maybe into WrestleMania.
Who knows? This might be the way to get rid of just end this feud and stuff, because
just for now, and then last time
because
ever at WrestleMania.
It's been going on for years, off and on anyway.
Yeah. Becky. Nope. We'll save that one. The return of John Cena.
Tagging with
Bobby Lashley
to take
they will take on Elias and Kevin Owens. I'll say Cena and Lashley win this one. Becky Lynch will defend the SmackDown Women's Championship against Charlotte. AJ Styles will take on Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship in a no DQ, no count out match. There must be a winner.
So all hell's gonna break loose, basically.
The Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey will team with the Bella Twins to take on the Riot Squad. I will say Ronda and the Bellas.
Yeah.
The Shield will take on Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre.
And Dean Ambrose will turn on his Shield brothers.
I will say
we don't know.
I'll
know
say
that yet.
Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre win this one.
Yeah.
Because there has to be. We didn't pick Becky Lynch or Charlotte.
Becky.
I'll say Becky.
Because they just put that belt on her. They're going to let her run with it for a while.
Well, plus also, too, you have to have some heels winning in this match.
Yeah,
so.
And Becky, right now.
On this pay-per-view.
Right now, Becky is a red-hot heel. Even though she even though she should be a babyface, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. And then I think this is going to be the main event. The Undertaker with his brother Kane will take on Triple H with Shawn Michaels in his corner for the last time ever.
Supposedly. We know that's not true.
I say Undertaker.
Yeah. But, you never know. Shawn Michaels could interfere. He's been known to do that.
Well, there has been a rumor going around about not Triple H, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker for one more time.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I think it'll be difficult. So... All right, that was our previous.
Because Undertaker isn't at the same level that he was at those last two times he faced Shawn.
Yeah.
So, do we really want to see that? You don't want to tank those. You don't want to tank the legacy of those two matches they had before.
Yeah. All right. So that is it for the Super Showdown card. Check it out on Saturday at, if I remember correctly, I think it's 5 Eastern. So if you're in the Central 4 a.m. If you are a dedicated wrestling fan, I don't know. I'm not going to be up at that time. I'll just catch it. I'll just rewatch it.
Yeah, same here.
All right. Okay, now we can go to Impact.
Okay.
I know you have been I know you've been salivating.
I haven't. I'm just wondering.
Because
I jumped the gun.
You've been looking at. I know you're a wolf, so you looked at me like that was a piece of meat.
No, I haven't. Now be quiet. Now
all right.
Get on with it.
All right. Kicking off on Impact, Tessa Blanchard defeated Fabi Apache to retain the Knockouts Championship. We are going to see the return of Taya Valkyrie.
Johnny Mundo's wife.
On the Tron, and she challenged her at Bound for Glory.
Yes, she did.
Brian Cage defeated Jake Crist, and OVE attacked Cage after the match. Then when the lights went out, the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon and Phoenix they kidnapped Jake and
beat the
him
crap
down.
Out of him in the back.
Yep.
I guess in the area where they have those shaded.
Yeah. LAX defeated the Desi Hit Squad, and in the main event,
King and the OGs on the screen talked about Cohan and had his old mask.
Yeah.
And referenced Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and lit Cohen's old mask on fire. Total disrespect.
Yeah.
This is getting super personal.
Serious. Then in the main event, Kiera Hogan and Ali defeated Su Yung and,
Kiera Hogan. Oh, sorry.
and an undead bridesmaid.
Who are these undead brides? They're obviously wrestlers, but who are they per se? We just be seeing them.
They could be people from the Purge.
What is with you in this Purge?
They are. Hey, the first Purge is coming out on DVD this week.
Well, heck, they're gonna show it on campus.
They actually are, which is actually going to be very exciting. Plus, you can get to make your own masks.
I am not into things like that. I am not into that kind of stuff.
Well, I have been thinking about going as someone from the Purge for Halloween this year.
Don't scare these children out in the streets.
I'm not going to scare any children.
Or get yourself arrested by the cops looking like that because they might get nervous.
That's what Michael is for from Halloween.
People, be careful on Halloween dressing like those characters because people get ideas.
I went as Freddy Krueger last year.
And it's a wonder you didn't get in trouble.
All right, now we go to Lucha Underground. Matanza Cueto defeated Jack Evans.
Well, he killed Jack Evans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Then the Reptile Tribe defeated XO-Licious, Evil
Joey Ryan,
and Joey Ryan to retain the Trios Championship.
Joey's
Plus,
a babyface now.
We saw the debut of El Bunny and the White Rabbit.
Okay, I got a theory. I thought that this was going to be El Bunny was going to be Masquerita. How do you say it?
Masquerita.
Masquerita Sagrada, or however you say his name. Sorry, folks, if I butchered it. I apologize. I don't really know how to say it.
Mm-hmm.
But could it be El Toro or that little bull from WWE? It looked like the same build, but he was a little smaller. But it looks like it could possibly be him. I don't know. I don't know. It just looked like he had the same build, but he looked a little taller.
It's basically just one big acid trip. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and we have Killer Cross as the... What is he? The White Rat? Oh my God! What is he?
So who knows?
He went from being basically a sadistic. Can we call him a killer? A sadistic?
Who knows?
On TNA to a guy that just assaulted folks. I mean, a guy assaulting people in TNA in the back.
Yeah.
To the guy the drug dealer for.
Yeah.
Paul London, basically, because Paul London, he's on something. Yeah. We don't know what it is, but Paul London's on something.
Jake Strong.
You don't need none of it, though.
Yeah. Jake Strong, who was also known by Jack Swagger.
Mr. Swagger, swaggerific.
He defeated Drago and Aerostar in a handicap match.
With nunchucks, and Drago beat the crap out of him with them chucks, too.
Yeah.
I ought to do that to you someday. Just grab my chucks. I am a black belt, you know.
What, your Chuck E. T's?
I'm gonna get my chucks and bring them up here one day. Just
And then we were crowning a new #1 contender because the champion is Marty the Moth Martinez.
Wait, people. Yes, Marty Martinez is the champion. You don't have to lose your minds. It
I knew what you were gonna say.
I stopped myself. We got to keep it clean on here.
How?
I can't say the things. I look better when I don't say.
I've said hell and damn it before.
So have I, but I haven't. We're not going to say the S word.
Okay.
Don't lose it, folks. He is champion. Yes, they went in that direction.
I wonder what your safe word is. So.
You be quiet. Quit saying that kind of stuff on here.
All right, here we go. Pentagon Dark is apparently he didn't get his rematch, so apparently I think he had to earn it. He defeated El Dragon Azteca Jr., King Cuerno, and Mil Muertes to become the #1 contender.
And the Mac interfered and knocked out Mil Muertes. And at the end, we heard him say, no word.
Naughty word?
Oh, yeah. The strong word, the F word. We heard him say it.
All right.
They will occasionally do that. You'll occasionally hear an F word come out. I'm like, this ain't your mom and dad's wrestling, folks. This ain't your parents' wrestling.
This ain't your bubblegum wrestling.
This is a whole new level.
All right, what do you say we get?
This is New Japan level because they do say those in New Japan. They do say F words in New Japan.
They actually do. All right, what do you say we get into the countdown here?
Oh yes, what do you got?
All right, the countdown is brought to you by thesportster.com. They got every article you can think of from sports and wrestling. Check them out, thesportster.com. Now, this one was written by Lorenzo Tanz. Now, we here on the podcast, we usually like we like to talk about superstars, maybe former not superstars, but people that haven't been in WWE who we would like to see in WWE perform at WrestleMania or any other pay-per-view with any other dream matches, right?
Yes.
So what Lorenzo decided to do was 13 wrestlers that WWE fans would welcome back in a heartbeat and 12 that nobody would want to see. Are you ready to get into this list?
You said 12 and 12?
No, 13 the fans would welcome back, 12 they would not want them to see.
And altogether, that's like 15.
25.
20. Whoa.
Why don't you do your math? I think you're... Okay, I need your water bottle. You're pushing it away, okay? And you said I'm the one that has a drinking problem.
Okay, here.
Yep, there's...
That's water. You know it.
That's tequila.
Hush. That's water.
All right, number one. Who the fans would like to welcome back? John Morrison.
Of course.
Of course, because he is a former Tough Enough winner.
He's got charisma.
He did have just a little taste of being in the main event because he has had WWE Championship matches when The Miz was champion.
Yep.
He was in a triple threat cage match with The Miz and Cena. Put on a very good show. Will you put that crack away?
Hush. You be quiet. You don't know what that is?
You don't even know what this guy is sniffing.
I am not stiffing nothing. He's over here perpetrating lies and falsehoods to you.
Well, I am the heel, so I have to make up all this stuff against you, right?
That match is coming soon. I'm getting stuff set up. Set up.
Number two that nobody would want to see back, Ryback.
Oh, yeah.
Because he created a podcast pretty much to dish out dirt on the top stars, Cena, Orton, Reigns, and all that.
He basically
and
did that to bash everybody.
he exposed the business just a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and plus also, he hasn't really made any indie scene appearances.
Yeah. He hasn't really been doing nothing, so.
Number three, who we would like to welcome back, Emma.
Of course.
Because she's in Ring of Honor as Tenelle Dashwood, and she's been tearing it up there.
And WWE shouldn't have let her go in the first place.
Which was actually one of the biggest shocking releases, aside from back in 2005 or 6 when Kurt Angle was released.
Yeah.
Number four, who nobody would want to see back, Big Cass.
Oh, yeah. He screwed up, so yep.
Because I mean, would you go as far as saying this, that he was carried by Enzo?
Yeah, because Cass could talk, but Enzo was the mouth.
Yeah.
And had the charisma. Cass had his own charisma, but
I just think Cass fed off of Enzo.
Yeah.
And when they split him up and decided to make Cass a heel, he kind of lost himself in that rhythm.
Don't let him hear you say that, because he'll come up here.
He's in Florida, so he's got a long way to go.
He'll come down here especially to take care of you, and I'm going to move right out the way.
Yeah, and also, too, I mean, he didn't really evolve as a big heel
from
his split with Enzo because, I mean, he did have an ACL injury. He came back. He feuded with
Bryan.
With Bryan. That didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, that was a waste of time for Bryan.
Number five, who the fans would welcome back, and this already happened, Matt Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he did announce his retirement earlier this month.
Yeah, the man's done.
And
there's supposed to be...
But he has been involved as a backstage producer as well.
Oh, yeah. And Matt's creative. Because that's the one reason why they saw all the broken stuff he did. Yeah. He was gonna be doing something else in the back, and I don't think Jeff's too far behind. Because Jeff might be training people. I can see Jeff training. Well, maybe not, because Jeff will have people teaching people stuff that might make them hurt themselves. We know Jeff. Yeah. Let's make Jeff a producer. Don't have him training folks. You might lose half your roster.
Yeah, true. Number six, who we would not want to see back, Damien Sandow.
He got over, though.
I would actually like to see Damien Sandow back.
He actually got over. It wasn't his fault he got let go. That's WWE.
Well, he got over being the stunt double for The Miz.
Yeah.
Which I thought was actually pretty clever. And then he had some momentum when he split from him.
Yeah.
So, but again, he did go to Impact.
And
he was the Impact Grand
Aaron
Champion,
Rex,
which they have pretty much done. They have pretty much done away with that championship. But he did. But then he did show.
They still got the Impact title. They just got a different one. I think they got a new title. They still got the Impact title.
Yeah, but then also too, he went into a weird character. character.
Yeah, that made no absolute
Yeah,
sense.
that just made
and
no
then that was
sense.
the last bit if we saw him on Impact.
Number 7, who we would like to welcome back, Wade Barrett. I know I actually agree with that because he did play a lot of non-wrestling roles a couple years ago in 2016. Now he has had a lot of injuries, which always accumulated into some of his retirement because he had that hot heel run when he was with the Nexus.
Yeah.
Then they pretty much did away with that. Struggled to find his role.
Yeah.
Again, he did come up with a group on SmackDown called the Core.
Yep.
Then he decided to go to Bad News Barrett. That kind of fell through.
Oh yeah.
So, number 8, who nobody would want to see back, RVD.
Well, he kind of might have killed that chance because he kept telling people he was injured and he's getting some type of insurance or something from stuff.
So yeah.
So he messed up his chances.
Because he will be turning 48 this December. He is a few years removed from a WWE comeback. Because remember, when Money in the Bank was in Philadelphia, he did come back. Remember, Philly's the birthplace of ECW.
Yeah.
Number 9, who we would like to welcome back, Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived.
Of course.
Now, I think the reason for the Austin Aries release is that both he and Neville complained about their match for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Which they had every right to.
They had every right to. That was one of the best matches.
Yes, and it was because it wasn't on the DVD, they weren't getting any royalties.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the network thing either, I don't know for sure, but because it wasn't being shown, they weren't getting royalties from the match being shown.
Yeah.
So they were mad and upset about that.
Yeah, but
Austin Aries actually just left, I think, on his own. I think he asked for his release. He wanted it, and he was granted, and he left.
Yeah, he was granted. Now, he has rebounded very successfully.
Oh, yeah.
He is currently the Impact World Champion.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, he's got Moose following him. And
Killer Cross.
And Killer Cross.
Yep.
Number 10, speaking of the Street Profits, who nobody would want to see back, Crime Time.
No, why would you want to? They didn't do much of anything at that. They were good for a little bit, but then when they broke them up, they did nothing with JT Jeeks.
Yeah, and pretty much Shad didn't really do anything.
No.
Both. I mean, their gimmick back then would not get over with, I believe, with today's fan base. Both of them are pushing into their mid-30s and going into their 40s as well.
Yeah, because it's a stereotypical gimmick
that
no one wants to see.
Number 11, who we would like to welcome back, AJ Lee.
Of course.
I think she was popular with the audiences.
She started the Diva Revolution.
She's married to CM Punk.
Yes.
But what ultimately led her walking away in the spring of 2015 was all of WWE's legal issues with CM Punk.
Yes.
So, and she would get a massive pop if she did come back.
Yeah.
Which
especially at
time
Evolution.
To come back would be at Evolution. I think you and I would agree on this one. Number 12, who nobody would want to see back, Eva Marie.
No one loved. No one did not like
because
her.
She did win the last Diva Search, which was back in 2013. Never won over with the fans. Wrestling ability was not working.
Wrestling ability was crap because she didn't
really have a good character.
It took her almost a year or two to even get into it. They had her special train with Brian Kendrick, for God's sakes.
And that didn't really go through.
Didn't even do nothing. And she injured somebody. I think she injured Bailey one time in a match.
Yeah. All right. Number 13.
But she's damn fine, though. Let's not lie about that.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that.
Do you like her with the black hair or the red hair?
The red hair actually got me. I know black I think is her natural hair color, but red was actually a good thing for her.
Well, because if you remember watching Total Divas,
they wanted to go blonde.
They wanted her to go blonde.
They have enough blondes. That was the issue with the divas back in the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah.
Everybody was a freaking blonde.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, y'all got blondes left and right. Is that necessary?
I would say, speaking of CM Punk, that's who the number 13 is, who we would like to welcome back.
Of course, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah,
and I can't blame him.
He will be turning 40 next month. He has had kind of a rough sputtering start in the UFC.
That's done because he kept getting beat.
But the only time if he softened his anti-WWE stance or pro wrestling stance, which I don't think he will, because remember, fans are starting to hate him because even though he walked away from the company, you did start hearing CM Punk chants during boring matches and all that. And especially when you would expect it in Chicago, but Chicago really hasn't done any CM Punk chants.
No, and Punk, the fact that he keeps, I guess he's talking bad about wrestling. I don't know if he's doing that actually. I don't know what he's saying, but they getting real mad at him. And plus, Punk comes off as a jerk sometimes to people when he's interacting with folks.
His pop figures are like over $150, which is like absurd.
No one's gonna buy it. Yeah, he's trying to get money any way he can. Well, dude, find you an indie promotion and wrestle. Don't pull that crap. You're a wrestler.
Yeah,
that's what you do for a living. You wrestle.
Yeah.
Don't try to do anything else outside of that because all you're gonna do.
What was funny was that they gave him one of the longest WWE Championship reigns in history. Wrestled the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Took on Brock Lesnar. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, what else did this guy want?
He wanted them to do right by him when he had that staph injury from his back because the doctor wasn't treating him. They felt like WWE was mistreating him on that note because he could have potentially died from that.
Remember this. That whole speech that he gave, remember that epic pipe bomb when John Cena was out there? That was actually cleared by Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
So, number 14, who nobody would want to see back, the Great Khali.
Unless you want somebody to get seriously injured from the chop.
He's had a lack. He has a lack of tangible wrestling. They did try to build him up as this monster heel, which actually
and they
worked.
did try to bring him back to get over Jinder Mahal, which didn't work worth a damn.
Number 15, who we like to welcome back, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, because
he never got the WWE title. Run he deserved.
Get a good. Well, he was world heavyweight champion.
When WWE, I know why. Well, they barely had anybody like.
Now he did kind of go into his retirement kind of very, very quietly. I mean, no one really even saw it because he was inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
And he did have that fake retirement, if you remember that, back in 2013, which actually fooled me. I thought it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Number 16, you're gonna laugh at this one. Who nobody would want to see back, the Spirit Squad. Former team of Dolph Ziggler, who actually has had the biggest success. Because if you remember, back in November of 2006, DX threw them in a crate and shipped them off to OVW. Which I thought was very hilarious.
Kicked himself out of that crate and came back and disguised himself as another person.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Now, remember, Kenny and Mikey did come back for a little while during Miz's feud with Ziggler. I mean, their crowds for them were mild, didn't really have much going on. So
and one of them was out of shape.
Number 17, who they would like to.
I think they got in the team. I think they went in ROH for a little bit.
I think so. Number 17, who we would like to welcome back, Neville.
Of course, why wouldn't you?
Even though I don't even think it'll happen now, he did get officially released back in August.
Good. So now you can go to Ring of Honor or New Japan, and we can see him at that Madison Square Garden show.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell you now that what was to say when he went to 205 Live, he did reinvent himself as a heel.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was very good. I mean, he's obviously very good in the ring, but I think he improved his mic skills as well.
Oh yeah.
Number 18, who knew we would like to have him back, John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL.
And not just as an announcer either.
Mauro Ranello, sorry. I would think would not want him back.
No, and they're separate. They put Malo, and this made no sense because
they put him in NXT.
Yeah, which made no sense because if you got rid of JBL left by that time, you could have put him on the main roster. But he's better in that setting anyway.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, see, they let JBL get away with too much stuff. He did bully people. There was always rumors flying around of him bullying folks. Hell, I think Joey Styles, is it Styles?
Yeah, Joey
knocked
Styles.
him out once.
Yeah,
punched him right in the face. See, the problem is with, and I'm gonna say this right now.
Go ahead.
There always have been, and I listened to a ton of wrestlers, and even Jim Cornette talk about ribbings. Owen Hart used to rib people, but it was done in a playful manner. But they have talked about things like wrestlers Mr. Fuji setting people's clothes on fire in showers, burning their stuff up, padlocking their clothes, ripping their stuff, which is destruction of property, and you can go to jail for that. These guys got away with it because they knew no one was going to say nothing.
Yeah.
But that also gave other wrestlers them a license to bully.
Yeah.
And JBL was accused of being a bully.
He
bullied people.
Which again, he did have that look in him.
Yeah, which is a messed up thing because really leave people alone because you don't know what they're liable to do. It's a wonder no one got killed bullying folks in there. People can only do so much, and people. some people are frail. They killed themselves from being bullied.
Yeah.
I don't know if an adult has. We know children. We know a bunch of children have done it.
Yeah.
Leave people alone. Don't bully them.
Yeah.
I don't care what the setting is. They think, and Jim Cornette. I don't agree with Jim Cornette on this. He was talking on his podcast once and said that even with Joey, because his co-host said that he messed with Joey Styles, and Joey Styles knocked him out. And he says, yeah, but he respected Joey Styles now, didn't he? That doesn't matter. He's bullying people. That people don't want you doing that to them. I think he even done it to Mark Henry and made Mark Henry mad.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Well, plus also, too, I think we have enough heel... Well, I mean, Corey Graves is right now the main heel commentator, which is that he has done a phenomenal job, and I don't think JBL back would actually make any sense.
No, and JBL's not that good anyway.
Yeah. Number 19, who we would like to welcome back, and he has just been confirmed for SmackDown's 1000th episode, Batista.
Okay.
Because... remember, the reuniting of Evolution is going to be happening on the SmackDown's 1000th episode. Well, plus also, too, if you remember, during the WrestleMania 30 time, WWE was going to put him as the WWE champion at that time, but that's when, he ended up turning heel because of the fans. Well, plus also, too, that's when Daniel Bryan got his...
getting red hot.
That's when he was red, white hot. And I give Batista a lot of credit. He did take the fall in that match because that's what really set the whole thing off.
Yeah, and that's when he just left, just like, man, I'm done here, I'm gone.
Yeah. Number 20, who nobody would want to see back, and I actually disagree with this, Alberto Del Rio.
Well, depending on how he's been acting, some people don't like Del Rio. Just think he was bland and everything. But he also, I'm just gonna say, he bitches and complains a lot.
Yeah.
He went for a while when he was TNA
because
champion.
He was difficult because he has been known to be very difficult behind the scenes.
And when he was in TNA, when he went to TNA, he ended up talking about WWE, this, that, at every end of every match where he was in.
Well,
and then he got let go because of that, because he no-showed a few times.
Well, plus also too, remember, Mr. Anderson ended up doing that when he was TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He ended up bashing WWE.
Yeah.
Number 21, I think...
But they wanted him to do that a little bit.
Yeah. Now, even though for Alberto Del Rio, Vince does want to bring him back.
Yeah.
But Andrade Cien Almas is right now his top Latin star.
And Triple H doesn't like him anyway. Yeah. But the thing with Mr. Anderson, he was told to say that. They had them do that. Mm-hmm. They had Aaron Rex do that when he came, when he was out. So they told him to do that. He has no real issues with WWE, he said. Mm-hmm. He's in an interview saying that he had no issues with them.
Yeah. Number 21, and I think this one is predictable, who would like to welcome back, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Of course.
Now, there has been a rumored match at WWE Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Triple H and Shawn Michaels reuniting as DX to take on Kane and The Undertaker, who are known as the Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah.
Number 22, who nobody would want to see back, he has the gift of the jab, Enzo Amore.
Nope. Enzo is the most hated man right now in wrestling, and said he would never do wrestling again anyway, so he basically just alienated whatever fans he had.
Yeah, and I mean, he did have a lot of incidents backstage which led to his firing in January. The fans were really getting tired of him in and out of the ring.
Yeah, because he's just being a straight asshole in the ring anyway. He was being a jerk backstage. He ran his mouth a bunch.
Yeah.
His character, but so much that they integrated that into his character and made him a heel, but he was doing it so much.
Because now they did try him being Cruiserweight champion. That didn't really work out well. That led to Neville walking away from the company.
Yeah.
So
they did away with all that.
Number 23, and I very agree with this one. Who we like to welcome back, Y2J Chris Jericho.
Of course.
Because he's been tearing it up over in New Japan, Ring of Honor.
I kind of like him where he's at right now because Jericho, I'm liking that Jericho.
Yeah, he did make an appearance at the All In event.
Yeah,
he's got the Chris Jericho Cruise coming up later in October. Now he does still bill himself as a free agent, even though at his age he can still put on high quality matches and he's still got those impressive mic skills. He is currently New Japan's Intercontinental Champion.
Yep.
Number 24, who nobody would want to see back, Hulk Hogan. Because remember, now we have talked about this
We're
on
getting him
numerous
back.
times.
He's coming back, people.
Can the fans, especially
The African American
in the African American community, can they forgive him, which led to his firing for his racist rant back in 2015?
I said this before. I think they can, but it's going to be a long time because that stuff will resonate with African American fans for a long time to come. It might, and they probably could, but the forgiveness is probably going to be many, 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 many years before anybody really forgives him.
Yeah. And I think that this one's also very predictable, too. The very last one who we'd like to welcome back, Bullet Club's own Cody Rhodes.
Of course, Cody's ripping it up right now.
I think he's had the most success, along with Chris Jericho, away from WWE.
Oh yeah, and that works. Like he's one of the few guys that was able to do it
because he was Ring of Honor. He was Ring of Honor's World Heavyweight Champion. He's currently the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Current co-leader of the Bullet Club,
alongside Kenny Omega.
All of his success that he had with All In.
Yes.
Booking all those matches, all those appearances, and all that.
Cody can run a promotion, but I don't know if he wants that headache doing that.
Yeah.
I heard that maybe he could do a promotion run a promotion, but it's a lot of work to do that. And they actually almost ran out of time at the end of that show, remember? So it was their first time.
Yeah.
And I still don't agree with Jim Ross. Like they said, Jim Ross said that they ate up other guys' time and stuff, and he would never have done that. He never would have been on his show or like. Well, Jim Ross is old school, so that it was the first time. You know that stuff is going to happen. It's a first time match. People are knowing their time cues. They probably didn't know what was going on too much. These guys are booking stuff, trying to figure things out. It's the first time. Give them a break.
For sure. All right, well, that pretty much wraps things up. Do you got any other howling shout-outs you want to make? Where was the moon at for that one?
Be quiet. That was because Halloween's coming up. I did it for that.
You are the Lady Moon Killer. Remember that too.
And
so
you are the Lady Runawayer. You make the ladies.
What?
You make the ladies run away from you. So there.
I make them run away to make them come back.
No, they just run away and never come back. They don't want to see you ever.
Well, that's what the ladies do. That's what you do with the Lady Wolves. So
no, the Lady Wolves. If we're gonna go with that, the Lady Wolves come to me and stay. The ladies run from you and stay away.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure.
Maybe they come back when you're not looking.
I doubt it.
Uh-huh. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps things up for us. Check us out on youtube.com. We'll see you next week. We will get into everything that happened on the Super Showdown. Look at Raw, SmackDown, NXT, every other show you can think of. Take care, and we will see you all next week.
Later.